Hi, everyone. One of the things that new greyhound owners often seek help with is ways to combat the powerful smell that fills the room when shared with a greyhound suffering from a bad case of wind. And I've already talked about how we can help with their tummies, but what are you going to do in the short term? You'd be forgiven for reaching for an air freshener, wouldn't you? But is that really a good idea? As we know, greyhounds are sensitive souls, and even the slightest upset, a little bit of anxiety, can have them getting an upset tummy. Sometimes it's the result of what they've eaten, but it can also be stress, and that's really obvious with Floppy here, and to some extent with Gandalf as well. So whether the gas production happens by stealth or it's accompanied by some tuneful sort of tooting that goes on, it can be something that sends the best of us diving to open the windows or escape the room. And there are lots of options out there intended to make your room smell better. It's very tempting to try out these different fragrances and to try and make the room more bearable to be in. You could get reed diffusers or scented candles or joss sticks or aerosols or potpourri or plug-ins, to name just a few of the many products out there on the market. Hello, Gandalf. Hello. Yes, just a good chat. Although dogs seem to be totally immune to the awful stench that can come from their rear ends, their powerful sense of smell can mean that they find room fragrances a bit much. If you think the smell is strong, imagine how they feel. And I can really empathize with this, as I find I struggle with my breathing if I need to be near someone wearing a strong perfume. And I have to be very careful about what cleaning products I use because of the fragrances, which can trigger my asthma. And to make things worse, an awful lot of products contain chemicals which are bad news for dogs and for owners as well. The main culprit is the chemicals that are used to make them vaporize more easily, known as volatile organic compounds, or VOCs for short. And apparently these are found in a wide range of products, things that you wouldn't probably choose to smell, as well as ones that are intended to make places smell better. So you wouldn't go around sniffing a tub of paint or varnish or dry cleaning fluid, but those same chemicals that are in those are in air fresheners as well. And it's been shown that they can have quite an unpleasant effect on your internal organs, as well as causing the more immediate effects such as asthma or just struggling to breathe. And what about more natural products? It's not just the synthetic chemicals that can be problematic. Essential oils are also volatile and can be toxic if used incorrectly. Some are actively toxic for dogs, and others they might just find a bit overwhelming. So even though these are from a natural source rather than from a lab, it doesn't mean that they're safe around your dogs. And depending on the dog, there can also be a risk of them eating the product. So that is going to be damaging when it goes through their system, but also if it's something that you need to burn and they produce smoke, that can cause irritation as well. So what is the answer? When it comes to fabrics that have got tainted, I do use products that are designed to remove odors rather than just mask them. They contain specific compounds which actually bind to the compounds that produce the smell and neutralize them so that they're no longer stinky like they were before. And you can get these as sprays or reed diffusers or candles. I still have to be careful because they do sometimes add a fragrance in addition, and that may trigger my allergies. If it's adding a strong smell, I figure it's probably not that great for the dogs either. On a pleasant day, it can be as simple as opening the windows. So rather than fragrancing the air, I try to add either ventilation or air purification. Of course, I live in a city. The quality of the air outside may not be too great, and sometimes it...
We interrupt this broadcast to inform you that there's been a grey, fluffy-tailed intruder spotted in the garden by Detective Jimmy, and Ploppy has gone to help investigate. Now, back to the shed.
So where was I? On a pleasant day, I tend to open the windows, But of course, living in a city, the air quality outside is not always that great either. So the other alternative is to try an air purifier of some sort. You can get ones that filter the air and also ones that include an ionizer. And these can be great for banishing bad smells as well as helping to quickly overall improve the air quality in the room. Ionizers help to remove dust and other particles from the air. So if you have a problem with allergies, that can be beneficial. And if you have an air purifier, they come with a filter which removes dust and other pollutants. So that means my breathing is also easier in general, and I don't have to use my inhaler as much, as well as making things better for the dogs. So before Jim decides to interrupt us any further, I'll let you know that that's it for today. I hope you found that useful. And if you have any comments you'd like to add about air fresheners or purifiers or ways of making your house smell better, please let us know in the comments. Bye for now. Look out for new videos every Monday, and why not subscribe so you don't miss out?